Binta's heart almost jumped into her mouth. She suddenly developed a headache. She couldn't move forward. She just stood still on the spot. Mr. Jude was smiling while Prosper cleaned his hands with an handkerchief, moving towards her. Binta, he called and gave her a peck. "You are welcome, sweetie. I wanted to call you to inform you that your boss is around, but he said he was going to send you a message himself." It was beginning to make sense to Binta when Mr. Jude sent that message to her, saying he can't believe she's carrying his baby and I can't wait to see her again. He was already in the house. She said within her, "This guy will ruin my marriage. God, I beg you, just save me from this mess." "Mrs. Binta, how are you doing? We are really sorry for any inconvenience we must have caused you at work. We understand the workload is too much. Probably that's the reason you have decided to terminate your appointment with our company. Though you haven't resigned officially, but the handwriting is clear enough. Hence, Mrs. Binta, the company has decided to reduce your workload and also increase your salary. Your contribution towards the development of our company is ineffable. We can't afford to lose a staff like you. Please consider our offer. We shall be expecting you to resume work anytime soon," Mr. Jude said, still smiling. Binta couldn't say a word. She just stood there like a statue with no words coming out of her. She wanted him out of her matrimonial home right away before he lands her in bigger trouble. "Thank you so much, Mr. Prosper, for the hospitality. I must confess, you've got a great wife. Please help our company convince her to reconsider us and resume back to work," Mr. Jude said to Prosper, who gladly held Binta close to himself, feeling proud of all the compliments Mr. Jude showered her with. "Okay, Mr. Jude, I will try my best. Thanks for the compliments. You should join us for dinner," Prosper said, and Binta almost said no before Mr. Jude could answer for himself. Thank goodness he read her mind. "No, Mr. Prosper, I have to be on my way now, but I promise to visit some other time. Maybe then I can settle down to eat dinner." He stretched forth his hands to have a handshake with Prosper, and Binta said within her, "There will never be another time. I have to get Mr. Jude far away from my family before he ruins my life completely. Maybe if Prosper knew the secret between Mr. Jude and I, he wouldn't allow him walk away alive." Prosper walked him down to his car. It was after he drove off, Binta's heart started beating normally again. She realized she was sweating already. She settled down on the dining and kept on thinking of what to do. Do I just keep it a secret and tell my husband that I was violated? What do I do? Lord, I need your help. She was so lost in deep thoughts that she didn't know her husband was already at the dining calling her. "Binta," he called, jotting her back. "Hey, handsome." She feigned a smile. "Are you all right? I called you 4 times before you answered. Is everything okay?" "Yes, Prosper. I am so sorry. I didn't know you were calling me. Tell me what's wrong. Or is it about your boss's insistence on you coming back to work in his company? You don't have to if you don't want to. I will just explain to him that you are no longer interested in the job." "Okay, thanks, but please don't tell him anything yet. I will find a way of explaining things to him later." "All right, baby girl, let me get you your meal." She had lost her appetite, but she was really hungry, so she had no option than to eat. Throughout that night, her sleep was constantly disturbed. Could Mr. Jude be right? I hope this symptom isn't that of pregnancy. Hey, how do I explain it? that another man got me pregnant barely a month after my wedding. Who do I confide in? Do I tell Tracy about my problem? Do I tell my mom? She will be so disappointed in me. Do I tell my pastor's wife? No, she may become so judgmental. She wished money won't come, but her wish wasn't granted as money came faster than she expected. Babe, you should go and take your bath so we can quickly go to the hospital before going to church. You know today is Sunday, Prosper announced as he brought a cup of tea for her on bed. It was already 6:30 a.m. Honey, you can go to church. I am too tired to go anywhere. I can't even go to the hospital as earlier planned. Oh, sorry, baby. But you need to visit the hospital so that we can know the nature of this sickness and get the right medicine for it. I wouldn't want us to resort to self-medication, he said, trying to convince Beta to get to the hospital. Babe, I will be fine. I just need some rest, Binta said. Actually, her plan was to rush down to a chemist and get a pregnancy test kit before her husband would come back from church. But her husband wanted to stay back at home with her. He said, I will stay with you. I can't leave you in this condition. Prosper, don't bother. I don't want us to miss church. In fact, I would have loved to go with you, but my heart isn't cooperating. No, don't stress yourself for me. Just relax. See what I will do. I will go to church, at least to pray for my baby to recover quickly, he said, tickling her. Binta was just too weak to laugh, but she smiled a little. All right, let me fix you breakfast before going to church. He went straight to the kitchen while Binta kept thinking of where to go get the kit. She wasn't sure yet what her decision would be if the result comes out positive, but she wished and prayed silently that Mr. Ju's assumption will never be right. After eating breakfast together, her husband left for church while she rushed down to the chemist to get the test kit. She got the test kit and hurried home. She went into the bathroom and took the test. Lord, if only you can help me. I promise never to sin against you again for the rest of my life. Please give me one more chance in this marriage. Just one more chance to make things right. She was praying with her eyes closed. When she eventually opened her eyes to see the results, lo and behold, there it was. The two stripes staring wickedly and undeniably at her. The results came out positively. I am in trouble. Oh God, I am pregnant, she whispered. She stunk on the toilet seat and began to weep. What do I do? Abort it. That was the thought that came to her mind sharply. The only available option to save her face from this shame was to abort the unwanted pregnancy. She said, maybe I should go to the hospital first. Maybe this test kit is lying. I can't possibly be pregnant. What do I do? A wicked thought came to her mind that since there is this hope that Prosper can at least manage to perform now, she should probably get him to sleep with her and then claim he's the father of the baby. Another thought came that she should divorce Prosper on the case of deceit and then go ahead to marry Mr. Jude. Then finally, another voice told her to travel far away where no one knows her. She was thrown into complete confusion. She was no longer thinking straight. She was still in the weeping state when she heard her husband's car zoomed in. She quickly wiped off her tears and hid the test kit behind the wardrobe. She took off her clothes, wrapped herself in a towel and went to the bathroom to take a shower as she didn't want her husband to notice she was crying. "Hey babe, I am home," Prosper greeted. "You are welcome, sweet. I am in the bathroom," she replied. "Yes, I can hear the shower running. How is your health? Are you feeling any better?" "Yes, I am fine. I am much better." He paused for a while before speaking. "Are you sure, babe? Or you are just afraid?" Binta almost rushed out of the bathroom. What does Prosper mean by that? Afraid? Afraid of what? She asked in the calmest tone ever. "Afraid of injection now? I know you are afraid the nurses will inject you. You have never liked injection," he laughed, while Binta took a deep breath of relief. She didn't know he was joking. She thought he already had a clue about her escapade. She stayed in the bathroom a little bit longer. When she finally came out, Prosper was no longer in the room. She stared at nothing in particular, thinking about what to do to save her face from the shame. Her phone rang. It was from an unknown number. She picked it up after the fourth ring. "Hello, Binta. It's me, Jude." "What's your problem? Why are you bent on ruining my marriage?" Binta said in whispers. "I am sorry, dear. Please give me a listening ear. I don't want to hear anything from you. I said leave me alone. Why do you even come to my house in the first place? Imagine the gibberish you were uttering out of your mouth, that you have increased my salary and you want me back to your company. What was that all about? I wanted to see you. I didn't know I would meet your husband at home. I had to cover up with something. It's you I came to see. Binta, I love you. I can't live without you. Please give me a chance in your life. I am going crazy for you. It's obvious you are mad. I am a married woman, for crying out loud. But it's obvious you aren't happy in your marriage. It's obvious that something is wrong, babe. Or how do you explain the fact that after weeks of being married, that your husband refused to touch you? And those things you said in the car the other time I took you to Tracy's counseling section, they made the whole thing glaring and obvious enough for even a blind man to see. I know you aren't happy, Binta. Stop hiding it. Stop the pretense already. I am happy. I was happy until you came into the picture. Jude, stay off me and stay off my home. It is too late, Binta. I am too much in love with you to back off at this stage. I don't love you. I love my husband. You love your husband? Yes, I do, she responded angrily. And what about my baby? Which? She was about to ask which baby when her husband suddenly flung the door open. His eyes were as red as crimson. They were burning like flames. The phone in her hand dropped as he stared at her. Binta, why? I can explain. She has suddenly become a stammerer. Your boss is asking you out and you refuse to confide in me? That dirty thing wanted to touch my wife? Binta's mind was a bit at peace. That Prosper has not heard more than what he's supposed to. She moved close to him and was about to place her hands on his shoulders to calm him down when he withdrew from her. Don't touch me. So were you thinking of considering him? Were you thinking of giving him a chance? No, Prosper. I mean, why will you think of such a thing? But why didn't you tell me about it? Because I am sorry. Just try to understand. A voice told her not to bother confessing to him that she slept with her boss, considering his reaction now. So when were you planning to tell me? Tell you what, she asked with fear written all over her face. That your boss has been pestering you. I didn't. Binta didn't know what to say. Was that the reason you resigned from the company? He asked, holding her hands. He sat on the chair and made her to sit on his laps. He had already calmed down a little. Yes, Binta simply replied. I am so proud of you, my baby girl. Thank you for not giving in to the pestering of that man. Thank you for not dishonoring me and our marital vows. By now, she had begun to shiver from within. Here is her husband thanking her for not doing what she had already done. She said, how do I now confess to him that I slept with Jude? I can't believe that I even had the guts to come to this house. No wonder he was praising you endlessly. No wonder he wanted you back by all means. You know what? I am going to deal with him in a way he will never have imagined. Prosper, please, don't do anything we will both regret. Let's just leave him to God's judgment. She was afraid of what her husband could possibly do to Mr. Jude. She was more afraid of what his reaction will be when he finds out she slept with him. What he will do to her if he finds out she's pregnant. Those were the thoughts running through her mind. Binta, I am sorry I've not been meeting your bodily need. But I assure you, before the end of this month would have been good to go. It's a good news for my consultant, he assured her. Okay, she said, not being able to look into his eyes. Thank God you didn't yield, Binta. I will never have been able to forgive you. Thank you so much, my love, for not giving that devil a chance. I will do all it takes to satisfy your bodily need. It is not going to be like this forever, babe. Binta didn't know whether to be angry or not. But one thing was certain, she was really scared. I will be right back, honey, he said as he took his car keys and left. She was wondering where he was headed to. But she was sure he doesn't know Mr. Jude's house, so he's definitely not going there. Her phone rang after her husband left, and it was Jude calling her again. Is he monitoring us? What's your problem? I keep borrowing your numbers and you keep calling me with new ones, she said angrily. I can't stop thinking about you. I am sorry. I heard your husband's voice before I hung up. Does he know anything yet? Isn't that your prayer? What do you care? Binta replied. You know as much as I really want you to myself. I will never risk your life. If your husband gets to know about us, it will be too risky for you and our baby. There is no us here, mister. There is no us, and there can never be. I don't love you. I love my husband. But I love you, Binta. I am crazy about you. When I sleep, I see you. When I'm awake, I fantasize about you. When I'm eating, it is you. This is not love, but lust. It is an obsession. Listen, Jude. I know I made a mistake sleeping with you. I allowed an unguided passion get the best of me. But please, I am trying to go back to God and make things right. Stay off me, I beg you. I can never be yours. I will never be. Binta, I am sorry. But now that I know you are pregnant with my baby, I will do anything to make sure you are all mine. pregnant. I am not Jude. Please leave me and my family alone. She hung up and switched off immediately. Her legs were moving vibrantly. She didn't know what to do. This man is bent on ruining my joy, all because of his selfish interests. She laid on the bed crying and did not know when she slept off. It was Prosper's gentle kiss on her forehead that woke her up. "Prosper, you are back?" she asked weakly, patting her eyelids slowly. "Yes, baby. Are you all right? You have been crying." She didn't know the tears were still on her face. She quickly wiped it off and tried to feign a smile. But Prosper wasn't convinced. He knew something was definitely wrong. "I was thinking about Dumebi before I slept. I didn't know when tears started dropping," she lied. "May her soul rest in peace. Please don't hurt yourself. Dumebi is gone. Nothing can bring her back again." Binta nodded. "Here, have it." Prosper handed the nylon that contains 2 beautiful gowns and a nice silver wristwatch to her. She smiled happily before thanking him. Prosper was in the habit of buying her different kind of gifts, especially when she does something that makes him happy. "What have I done to make him happy this time?" she kept thinking. "This gift is my own little way of saying thank you to you, my beloved wife, for not giving in to the pestering of Mr. Jude. Thank you for leaving his company just to save our marriage. Thank you for being the Proverb 31 woman." As her husband was praising her, she was shedding tears. He thought it was because she was getting emotional. What he didn't know is that she was crying for her sins. She had sinned against her Creator. She had failed her husband. She had betrayed his trust in her. "It's not like I expected anything less from my virgin wife anyway. Or what else do I expect from a woman who kept her virginity for me and remained untouched just so I can be a proud husband," Prosper said, placing his face on the side of her face. "Is the devil trying to taunt me?" she thought. "Prosper, please let's talk later. I have to rest now. I have a slight headache. Thanks for the gifts. I really appreciate it." That was the only excuse that could save her from the tormenting moment. She laid on the bed while Prosper stroked her head, smiling happily. "I forgot to tell you that the pastor's wife asked of you when she didn't see you in church today." "Oh, that's very kind of her. You should probably call her. She told me she wanted to see you for something very important," Prosper said. "Okay, I will. Let me get downstairs. My club is playing against a powerful team today, and the match started about 5 minutes ago. If my club wins, I will credit your account, so you had better start praying now that we win." Prosper laughed while she smiled. He pet her before leaving. Binta picked up her phone to call her pastor's wife immediately he left. She was eager to know that important thing she wanted to discuss with her. She called thrice before she picked up the call. "Hello, mommy. Good evening, ma." "God bless you, my sister. I am sorry I didn't pick your call in time. Your husband said you aren't feeling too well the other time. How are you feeling now?" "I am fine, thank you, ma. It's getting better," Binta responded. "Oh, good. I am sure it is a good sign. It is an answer to our prayers. It shows the twins are on the way," she said and laughed. To her, it was a joke, but to Binta, it was an haunting word. Twins? Pregnancy talk again? She thought. "Actually, my sister, I told your husband to tell you that I wanted to see you. I don't know if it would be preferable we meet in my office. Or are you okay with the discussion on phone?" she asked with a serious tone. "Yes, mommy, We can discuss on phone, Binta answered nervously. Last week, when I was praying for all the wives in our church, I had the vision where I saw you trying to get out of a pit. I am not trying to scare you. I have prayed about it and I believe the devil has lost this battle. But my major concern is that a Bible passage keeps coming to my mind and I was directed to give the message to you. Binta's mind went straight to her own dream that she had before Dumebi died. In that dream, she was trying to save Dumebi from an horrible pit when a force pulled her into another pit. Now that the pastor's wife told her about her own vision, Binta was beginning to connect. Are you there, Sister Binta? She said, making her to check back from her subconscious mind. Yes, ma, I am listening. I hope I'm not getting you scared, she asked with much concern. No, ma, Binta responded. I didn't intend to tell you, but the inner witness won't let me rest. Normally, when I have those kind of visions, I just fast and pray over it. I prefer to share only good visions or dreams. But there is a strong urge from within that I must let you know about this one. Thank you, ma, for your concern. I am grateful, Binta said, trying to be composed. The message I was talking about the other time. Proverbs 28 and verse 13. Please get your Bible and prayerfully meditate on it. I believe there is something the Lord is trying to say to you. Binta didn't know what the Bible passage says, but she got her Bible from the shelf. Please let me know if you are able to get the message so that we can pray together, the pastor's wife added. Okay, ma. Thanks a lot, ma. I will read it once I drop this call. She hung up the call, praying that the Lord will console her with the words from the Bible passage. But as she opened her Bible and started reading the verse, she became terrified. He that covers his sin shall not prosper. Her heart almost jumped into her mouth when she read the first part. This is a stringent warning from the message her pastor's wife gave her. But whosoever confesses and forsakes it will have mercy, she read the concluding part. After reading this Bible passage, she knew immediately that there was no going back. She must confess to her husband. She said, but I can't do this on my own. I don't know what Prosper is capable of doing to Jude if I confess to him that the man slept with me. She made up her mind not to cry again. She was ready to face the consequence for her foolishness. She said, I have tasted the sour seed of sin. Now my teeth is set on the edge. I have dipped my hands impatiently into a hot soup. Now they are burnt. Sure, there are some mistakes that can never be undone. All that could only be done is never to fall into such mistakes again. I cannot undo my adulterous acts with Mr. Jude, no matter how I wish to, but I can make restitution where necessary. The time was 6 p.m. already, but she had made up her mind that she would go and see her pastor's wife. She wanted to act fast before the devil convinced her to have a change of mind and abort the pregnancy. Prosper was downstairs, still watching the football match. She told him she wanted to go somewhere, not mentioning the exact place. She decided not to use her car. She took a motorcycle instead. On her way, her mind was not at rest. She was really troubled. How will I be able to spit out this confession before her? It's a hard one. She got to their house and was welcomed in by their maid. You are welcome, ma. Mommy is upstairs. I will go call her now. Binta could hear her pastor's wife speaking on phone with someone, so she told the maid not to disturb her. She said she will wait till she was through with the call. She guessed her pastor's wife was at the veranda because she could hear her clearly from where she was seated. While thinking on how to present her confession and where to start from. She overheard the conversation her pastor's wife was having with the person on the other side. My sister, I don't really know what this world is turning into. We need to pray for our people, oh. Hypocrites all over the places, she said, and Binta took a deep breath. It is well. Imagine a whole deacon caught in such an act. Who could have ever thought that Deacon Anderson was having an affair with another woman in his working place? Yes now. Do you know he has 2 children with her? As the pastor's wife was talking with whoever it was she was discussing with, Binta became troubled. Troubled for so many reasons. Troubled because her case was similar to the one they were discussing. Troubled because she didn't want her case to be discussed like this. She was beginning to have a change of mind. If I discuss my plight to her, won't she table it before someone else just like what she's doing right now? Sin is truly a reproach. Daddy said Deacon Anderson will be given an indefinite suspension. In fact, he will be asked to come out on a Sunday morning during one of our services to confess publicly. If he refuses to do so, then he will be excommunicated from the church, she continued. And this time, Binta's heart truly missed a beat. She quickly got up without wasting further time. She rushed out of the house. Confess openly during a church service? She asked in whispers as she waved a motorcyclist. Excommunicated? Now she was thrown into greater confusion than ever. I had better confess to my husband and ask for his forgiveness instead. Maybe he will join me to seek God's face for divine forgiveness. But what if he refuses to forgive me? Hell! She got home that night with more confusion set into her heart. She concluded that confiding in her pastor's wife would be a wrong approach. She said, though she was the one the Lord used to deliver that strong message to me, yet I can't afford to take the risk of being ridiculed openly. I can't talk to her about anything because if I do, she may tell somebody, and that somebody will definitely tell another person. They will sit in 2s and 3s and begin to condemn me. They will say, wonder shall never cease. Just barely a month or so after wedding, she's pregnant for another man. She is a slut. She is a pretender. She is a husband killer. Those were the thoughts going on in her heart. You had better not disgrace yourself, oh. Or do you think you'll be able to bear the shame? Just abort this pregnancy and find a lie to tell your husband about how you lost your virginity, a voice said in her mind. Remember Proverbs 28 verse 13, a gentle voice whispered to her mind. I am in dilemma. I have committed a grave sin. Now I have to cover it with another grave sin. I have committed adultery and became pregnant. Now I have to cover it up with an abortion. Mother! At night, when it was time to sleep, her husband noticed she wasn't herself because she was sighing consistently, moving from one side to another. He thought it was because of the sickness. He promised he would come back early tomorrow from work so that they can go to the hospital together. Binta told him not to worry, that she was perfectly okay, but he didn't believe her. She didn't sleep till daybreak. Not even did she close her eyes for a minute. Sleep became a far relative. The sin had gotten the best of her. Prosper made breakfast before he left, and Madame ate because she was really hungry. She kept on moving from one room to another, praying to God to have mercy on her and make her have a miscarriage if truly she was pregnant. That was a childish prayer, but she needed to save her marriage. Her mind went straight to her mom. She was her last resort. She felt it would be wise to confide in her. After all, an adage says, no matter how bad your child is, you can never chase him or her into the mouth of a tiger to be devoured. But her mom will be really disappointed. She will be too shocked to believe it. She didn't stop thinking throughout. Her husband sent her a message and told her he will soon be coming back from work so that they can go to the hospital together. At exactly 12:30 p.m., while she was still contemplating on what to do, she heard a knock on the door. She knew it was her husband. He had promised to come back early to take her to the hospital. But why didn't he come back with his car? She questioned. Okay, I think I know what to do. I will tell him I've been to the hospital and that the doctor has prescribed drugs that I can take. Going to the hospital with my husband will only spell DOOM. She concluded in her mind and went to open the door. As she opened the door, before she could close it back, he caught her lips in his. He closed the door with one hand while she struggled to get off his grip. She was really shocked. It wasn't her husband. It was Mr. Jude. Hey, African Tales by Kama Tribe. How are you all doing? Shout out to you that got to the end of this episode. Please, you can support me by buying me a coffee using the link on my bio or the link on the description of this video. You can as well buy me a super thanks. I know you learned something again in this episode, and I'll be so glad to read them again in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe if you have not done so, as we anticipate the next episode of this series. Until then, it is a goodbye from here, and God bless you.